Howdy folks, Spencer here, and today I want to talk to you about the latest batch of news for STO on both PC and console. As always, chapters are listed down below. The first thing I want to mention is that the STO launcher did get a visual overhaul earlier this week. Many of you have already seen this, and the main focus here is to just try and increase the visibility of multiple news blogs. The prior launcher would show you one or two news blogs at a time and scroll through them. With this, you're seeing all of them that they want you to see when you go to hit the play button. So it's just to increase visibility, though I do think that this launcher still needs some tuning. Some of the text is a bit hard to read, like the Starfleet flashback bundle here. That text sort of blends into the background in some places a little bit. And when they had a patch announcement the other day, that red text up there at the top letting you know about downtime, that was also a little bit hard to read. So there's still some work that needs to be done for this, but I think the increased visibility of multiple blogs is probably not a bad thing. But I know some of you like this, some of you hate it, so feel free to drop your thoughts on it down below. Next up, I want to talk about a leak from the 10 Forward stream earlier this week. On one of the loading screens on that stream, the Infinity Modulator rifle was shown to be incoming for STO. The Infinity Modulator rifle is also known as the iMod, and the reason that it's significant is because it is a weapon from Star Trek Elite Force, a very old Star Trek game. And specifically, it is a ground weapon designed by Seven of Nine to combat the Borg. And it prevents the Borg from adapting to the energy attacks. So it's potentially going to be pretty interesting to use against the Borg. We'll have to wait and see how it actually performs once we have it on hand. But in theory, it should be something interesting to mess around with. So if you're a fan of Star Trek Elite Force, definitely make sure to log in once Incursion goes live and pick it up. We do not yet know if it's going to be the mission reward, though, or if it is exclusive to the event rewards that they're going to have going on at the time. So definitely keep an eye around the time Incursion goes live if you are interested in picking that up. Now, on the topic of 10 Forward, they also were announcing some of the Star Trek Prodigy lockbox items on that stream. They didn't spend a ton of time on it. They obviously, showed off the Protostar, and I've already done a breakdown video on that. But when it came to most of the STO stuff, the impression that I got is they just wanted to focus on the visuals, and it just in general felt like they were trying to get the stream over with as fast as possible, to the point where they forgot to show the bridge officer setup on the Protostar, and they had started to raid someone about 15 minutes in, and the chat spammed them saying you didn't show us the bridge officer setup. So they canceled the raid to show the bridge officer setup, and then again immediately started the raid back up. So I just felt like they didn't really want to stream too long there. And outside of the Protostar, the only other thing from Prodigy that we saw in the game is this ground non-combat pet, which is based on Murph from Star Trek Prodigy. And this species is the melanoid slime worm. So there's a couple different color of these things. So a few different colors here. And I don't think these are even actually in the lockbox. These types of non-combat pets are usually in the Lobby store, so I don't expect that trend to change here. So I think the only thing from the actual lockbox that they showed off was the Protostar, which again, I think looks cool. It's definitely a space Barbie ship. It's got really cool effects in sector space. That potentially is one of the fastest ships in sector space, but it's a lockbox ship, so it's going to be expensive. And I do wish that they had shown more of the Prodigy stuff off in that stream, but the main focus was talking to Prodigy head writer Aaron Walt. My only comment, though, on the 10 forwards is we get these 10 forwards much less than we used to. They're every other week now. The prior one to this was talking to a guy from Modiphius, and it was basically an ad for Modiphius for like an hour. And on this stream, obviously it was an interview here, but it just felt like when they were trying to talk about the STO stuff, they were just trying to get through the non-space Barbie stuff as fast as possible. So we didn't really get to see a ton of the new lockbox stuff here outside of the Protostar. Um, and I really do wish that they would just spend a bit more time showing off some of the other things that they're working on, especially given these 10 forwards are so infrequent nowadays. Heading over to some in-game news here. We have a Phoenix Prize Pack event that is active right now on PC up through September 7th. So if you're looking to stock up on T6X tokens, then this is the best time to do so. Now, we don't know if the upcoming T6X2 upgrade is going to use the same T6X upgrade as what the Phoenix event gives. There's been multiple inquiries to try and get Cryptic to answer. You couldn't really get any questions through to them on the 10 forward this week. And trying to reach out on Twitter, the forums, or even in private via DMs, just resulting in no answers. So I don't know if you need to be stocking these things up. I wish I had an answer. Hopefully we get a blog before the end of this Phoenix event next week to know whether or not we need to stock these things up. But never hurts to have a couple on hand, and if you're looking to grab a couple, definitely take advantage of the Phoenix Prize Pack event. We also have a Red Alert event active on PC right now up through September 14th. And if you play this for 10 days, you can get an Ultimate Tech upgrade, a Spec Point, and an Experimental Ship upgrade token, so a T6X token. Again, we don't know if that's the same token that'll be used for the T6X2 upgrade. On PC, we also have a bonus mark event running up through September 14th. So if you want to spam those red alerts, you can go through and farm up quite a few extra reputation or fleet marks. The PC patch this week just had a couple of small fixes here. They fixed an issue where the Imperial Assault Cruiser variant caused some of the hull on the Assault Cruiser to be invisible. So that has now been fixed. And the Friendship Command Flight Deck Carrier was preventing captains from unlocking the shuttlecraft it came with, and that has now been fixed. The other thing here is that the Micro Warp Shockwave console was apparently hitting some targets twice, and it no longer does that. On PC, we also have a bundle sale active right now. This is 35% off all bundles in the C-Store and 50% off all of the MUDS bundles, with a return of all MUDS bundles to the C-Store. So if you were looking to pick up any bundles, whether it be your standard C-Store bundle, expansion bundle, or a MUDS bundle, this is basically the best type of sale to go through and take advantage of for those things. And we also have a lore blog that just dropped for the Guillotine TFO. We don't really have a ton of information about this yet, but some of the discussion that is happening online is leading to an idea that the two new TFOs might be reskins of older TFOs. The one of these sounds like it's probably going to be a reskin of Defense of Starbase 1. So we'll have to wait and see. I hope it's not, just a reskin. Hopefully it's a bit more than that, but we'll have to wait and see. But there is a lore blog here for the Guillotine TFO, which I'll have linked down below if you want to go through and read it. And heading over to console, you guys have an Infinity promo pack event right now. So this started up on August 31st and runs through September 4th. So if you're looking to pick up any promo ships or stock up on the promo packs, take advantage of this sale. And the packs will also be 20% off for the duration of the promotion. The last thing here is that console is going to be getting the Starfleet Flashback bundle on September 13th. So if you've been hoping to pick up the Augur, Justicar, or Justiciar, or the Cyclone, then you'll have an opportunity to go through and pick those up here in just 2 weeks. And if you're curious to learn more about those ships, I do have a breakdown of that bundle up on the channel, which I will have linked down below for those of you that want to learn more about that. And that's going to be it for today. Again, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.